fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
First
carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson, option right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Right there.
On 2nd and a couple. Jackson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch the screen. Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah. You don't want to know.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Let's go, D. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
He's not going to get me. 49, check 49, check 49. We're going to 54, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And Eifert has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Prescott from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
What you got? What you got? We're going to 53. Give me something. Give me something.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, alert three.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Here we go. 4-8. Here we go, 47. I'm coming after you. Slam. 26.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get ready. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 26.
Now Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Pick up the ball. Shoot! Hey, kill! 47.
Prescott down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
At the Ravens' 49-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run inside with the fullback Ham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
We're going to 54. Why is? Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Why is? 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Toss play, Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch it, hey. Mike 40, Mike. Go, get out there. Pick it up.
On the ground, Kamara. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Check. Lucky. Like 47. Short. Mike 52. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Watch twist.
Prescott. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. SOS.
Kamara trying the right side, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Ham, the fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Running with Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Gun.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, under. Got 3 down. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Check.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. Here I come. We got tight left. You got 3.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Ready? Let's go. To you. Watch the safety creep. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
I'm here all day.
2nd down, Prescott. Completes this one to Meredith. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, boy. Kill. Hey, kill. 27. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in. Smoke. You go tight. Here we go to 54. Wide in. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, kill. Under 10. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's got Anderson right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
We got 3. 26.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd.
2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.